Alright, welcome back to Silverback Custom Works. Little update video for you here to show you the progress on the Scout that we're working on. As you can see, I have cut out the rusted material and replaced it with new cab mounts on the tub, as well as new center shelf body mounts. Now from this point, what we'll do is we'll start the cleaning process on the body tub. And start getting it prepped for sealing and paint. In the upcoming segments, you're not going to see a lot of this body tub. Most of our attention will be directed towards the chassis, getting the chassis completed before we go back to the body. Speaking of the chassis, there is the painted frame. Frame's been totally stripped. All repairs made, acid treated, primed, sealed, and painted. We did end up having to replace this rear cross member. The one that was on it was just a little too mangled to use. So we just went ahead and cut the old one off. Got another good used cross member from Super Scout Specialist. They've been a big help during this and during really all our projects. We work real close with John Glancy and Rick Glancy and Bob Glancy down there at Super Scout. They keep us hooked up with good quality parts at pretty much a drop of a hat. They're great guys to work with, and we appreciate all the help that they give us. Now, as you'll notice, we paint all our frames upside down. 50 cents for anybody out there real quick that can tell me why. No responses? Okay. You paint it upside down so that you get your maximum build on the bottom side of the frame. From this angle, you can really lay the sealer and paint on to the top of it, the way that it's hanging, which would actually be the bottom side of the frame. Your maximum build, at this point, gravity works in your favor. From the upside down position, it's really beneficial to address a lot of the pocket areas under the spring hangers, in the shock ports, and from this angle you really can apply a proper amount of paint to the welded seams. Paint it from the other direction, from the top side down. You're painting with the welds and the way these frames are constructed. I feel, in my experience, painting any chassis that's constructed this way upside down is by far the better way to do it. Your paint settles into that weld and really helps seal it up nice. And of course, with any paint process, it's only going to be as good as your prep. We take a lot of time to clean these frames, treat them properly with the right rust prohibitives and converters to maintain a good seal on the frame and make sure that the paint that we do put on it is going to have a good longevity. Now in the upcoming segment, you're going to see a lot more of the frame. We'll flip this thing over, start getting the axles prepped, get them ready to get underneath of it, the lift kit installed, as well as the 33-gallon tank and all new lines. Brake and fuel lines will be installed to the body or to the frame, which is in contrast to what the factory did. The fuel line was actually attached to the body. It's my belief that that creates a little bit of a health and safety hazard in case of an accident. I have seen Scouts rust to the point where the bodies separate from the frames, and at that point you'll have an instant fuel line rupture. The way that we do it, we attach the fuel lines right to the frame rail and it travels up directly into the pump. This is pretty much standard procedure in today's automotive manufacturing. This allows for any separation of the body and frame to not affect the fuel delivery system. That way there's no risk of fire, or at least a minimized risk of fire. What we try to do is adapt and adopt a lot of the modern technologies that's used in today's construction of vehicles to the Scouts when we redo them. Scouts like this one that isn't so much a purist frame off original restoration, not a Ted Ornis competitor, but more of a practical, durable, daily driven restoration. When we do these, it's a joy for me to do these because it does give us the opportunity to expand on what the factory did and just do a little upgrades. Nice things that International probably could have done and would have done if the technology would have been there at that time. Well, I've shown you this frame, shown you the body. By the way, I've had some inquiries about these body braces that we put in, the jig and fixtures for our tubs. We don't sell these. It's not a product. You know, we're not in the parts business. Super Scout Specialist is. And if you're interested in you know, do-it-yourself projects and you'd like a set of these body braces, maybe give John, Rick, or Bob a call down there at Super Scout, and they'll talk to you about these. Do want to thank the customer on this one. We're blessed with a very good customer. He's wanting to do things the right way, which is great for us. He's not interested in so much cutting corners as getting a good quality product when he's done and having a product that's going to have the longevity that he's going to expect from it. Customers like that are increasingly few and far between. With the economy the way it is, we understand that people try to get the most for their dollar. But it's nice to have a good customer that understands that what he's going to pay for, he will reap the benefits of that in the long run. So we want to thank him, and we want to thank Super Scout Specialist again. We want to thank everybody that's watching these videos. We've got a lot of response. I think it's great. The Binder Planet has been a great venue for us. All the people that we've spoke to on there have been great. Lots of comments, informational requests. All that stuff's wonderful, and we enjoy it. We definitely enjoy it. Sometimes I'm not as fast to get back with people as I'd like to, simply because it's hard to type when your hands are covered with paint and grease. You know what I'm saying? So, until the next video segment comes out, wish you guys a good night. Thanks.